published by NBC. It's called Operation Money. Jean, good morning.
Good morning.
So glad you wrote this book. I mean, really, veterans have some very unique financial issues to deal with.
They do. They move every 2 years in many cases. They have spouses who are often out of the workforce. And so this is meant to address their needs, their challenges. It's free at OperationMoneyBook.com, and it's the second time that NBC and City have teamed up to do something like this, so we want to say thank you.
It's really wonderful. We have some service members on the plaza. We're going to get their questions for you in a moment, but first, you say start with creating a budget, and we all hate the B word, budget.
We hate it. Just call it a savings plan. The key is you want to know what do you have coming in, the bottom line number, what do you have going out, and where it's going. And we have a chart that basically shows you how your resources should be allocated. The housing number for the military families is the most important because when you move, housing costs change wildly. If you can keep under that 35%, you'll be awesome.
Okay, and then we see you've got debt 15%. You mean just be paying off your debt?
Exactly, and that doesn't include your car loan, by the way.
You also mentioned establishing good credit. This is something that applies to all of us, but is it particularly important for members of the military?
Absolutely, because if you don't have decent credit, it can keep you out of the military. It can cause havoc with your security clearances. It can be a really big problem. So you want to maintain good credit. Know your credit score. Members of the military can get it for free at saveandinvest.org, which is a not-for-profit site. Make sure you just pay your bills on time every time. Only use 10 to 30% of the credit that you have available to you, and don't shop for credit when you don't need it.
You also say don't close credit card accounts that you've had a long time. Some people might think, oh, I haven't used it, I'm just going to close it up.
Leave it open, especially if the credit line is large and it's the card you've had longest in your wallet.
Okay, let's go out to the plaza. We've got a couple of questions, I think, teed up. All right, take it away.
Hi, my husband's active duty right now. We're stationed up in Saratoga Springs, and we're wondering if we should buy at our next duty station and get the equity as opposed to renting.
It's a really great question, and I got it a lot as I was researching this book. Generally, renting is going to make more sense, and it's because you're not going to be there for that long. Unless you know you're there for 5 years or more, you're much better off renting.
All right, thank you very much. Hope that answers the question. Our next veteran, introduce yourself, please, and tell us your question.
Hi, Jean. My name is Lieutenant Yarbrough. I'm with the United States Air Force Honor Guard. Our unit's composed mainly of first-term airmen between the ages of 19 and 23. Would you recommend they start their saving habits by saving up for a home or investing in retirement?
I would recommend that they actually start with an emergency cushion and then move on to retirement. Buying a home really is a dodgy proposition when you move so frequently, but retirement you can do all the way through. And thanks for the question, and thanks for your service.
Okay, our last veteran, introduce yourself, please, and your question for Jean.
Hi, I'm Rochelle Wright. I have a question about retirement. As you move towards separation and retirement from the military, do you recommend rolling over your thrift savings plan to an employer-sponsored retirement plan?
That can be a really good move, especially if you're rolling into a 401k rather than an IRA. Rolling over a TSP into a 401k works just like rolling any other retirement account, and you get more options by doing it that way.
All right, great questions from our veterans. Thank you, Jean Chatsky. Thank you. If you want to download a free copy of Operation Money, you can go to our website, today.com. Coming up next, Jennifer Hudson's live tribute to one of her